And greetings everyone for tonight's spam match between ReGen Phoenix and Tiny Dancers. No draft or anything like that, so as soon as the teams are ready, I think we can go and get started. Thanks for showing up, 7th Ace. Let me make sure my delay is set correctly. So there are no shenanigans here. It is, so we should have a shenanigans-free match.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
So the teams are getting ready, setting up their picks. Not sure exactly what the strategy is going to be like. I'm not a big ARAM guy. I usually only play ranked modes, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Teams are ready, and the game is starting. So let's get into it, shall we? So we'll start off on Lost Cavern, and I believe the second game will be on the Brawl of the Week if it's a different map, and then the third one, if needed, will be on one of those two maps. So the loser map 2 will choose either Lost Cavern or the Brawl of the Week. As far as scoring, it's very similar to our normal NGS games. 2-0 domination, or 3 points to the winning team and 0 to the loser. 2-1, and it's 2 points to the winner, 1 point to the let's not say loser. Let's say non-winner. And we see everyone picking their teams here. Let's see, what do we have? We got Haka, Tychus, ETC, Deathwing. Someone got lucky and got Deathwing. And looks like we're going to go with Lily. I'm always a fan when the Panda comes out to play. She can put out the damage with the best of them. Alright, so let's get into it. Lucky for me, the camera's going to be a little easier to work in this game. So, we've got Arrow and Lily, Lulu on ETC, Derivo on Tychus, Rabbit Penguin on Deathwing, Psychic on Dahaka, I probably mispronounced that, Liddell on Deckard, Feldreth on Sonya, Materium on Hanzo, AG Silver AG on Rhaegar, and Elijah on Diva. Actually, going to pop the camera way out so we can get a slightly better view here. And here we go. Don't have to question what lane these guys are going to enter this game because there's only one choice. So I'll be interested to see what kind of value that Deathwing gets. He's a big target. Every skill shot's going to be able to hit him, but he does put out a lot of damage too. No one taking any big damage right now. Team's playing a little bit tentatively, probing for that first weakness. Diva putting the defense matrix down. I assume she took defense matrix. No pro move, sorry. Deathwing throwing out the fire there. Sonya getting a little forward there, but that she can do that. She can spin to win. Deckard's going to be throwing that triangle down right in the middle of the entire game. If you like geometry, it's a good match to watch. And Sonya got a little cocky there, and she was able to spin, but not quite to win. So we have first blood. 1-0 on the side of the blue team. Diva's stunned. She's going to get out. The Deathwing is really healthy there. He's still got all of his scales up. Doesn't look like anyone's got any damage on either one of the walls so far. All the action taking place here to here in the mid with some minions thrown in there for good measure. There's Deathwing with fire again. Sonya going in. But she's dragged by the tongue. She's going to spin, but she's not going to be able to make it out. So that is the second kill. So ReGen Phoenix taking a 2-0 lead. And they do get a little bit of damage on one of those towers. So we played on the red side of the map for the most part. Well, no one really getting a large advantage here. David jumps out. So she lost the mech, and Rhaegar goes down, Sonya goes down again, so we're up 4 against 0 for ReGen Phoenix. And we're finally seeing them assault one of those towers a little bit. So it's just about to fall. One more minion hit to take that tower out. Deathwing does it with the long distance stun there. Does a little damage, takes the tower out too. So ReGen Phoenix has done a really good job of staying healthy and alive here. They need to teach me how to play in a brawl because I'm not able to do that. So chat, what do you think the over-under is on kills for this game? I'm going to say at the pace that we're at, I'm going to say 31. 31 is my over-under. There's a talent in case anyone is interested. D.Va goes in. She does have the mech, so she'll be able to drop that and then jump in fairly quickly. And Dahaka does finally go down, so we have the first kill for the red team there. But they do take Rhaegar, so it was a 1-to-1 trade. So we have 5-1 for ReGen Phoenix. It's Tiny Dancers. Rhaegar's unable to dance out of there quickly enough. He'll be back soon, although I think we got a drag there on Hanzo, so Hanzo goes down. Decker's really good about putting that magic triangle down, but he doesn't look like he's getting a lot of value out of it. I mean, he's putting it in what to this observer looks like the right spot, but they're just not able to really follow up on it. So D.Va took the wide defense matrix there, so she'll be able to cover most of the lane here. Deathwing is really healthy. I hope this match just doesn't come down to the fact they were lucky and they were able to get Deathwing. So during that fire, they've got to really respect that. Let's look at the quests again. Do we have anyone stacking? ETC went Progress, so he's stacking. Dahaka stacking for tissue regeneration, and Hanzo took target practice. I think that's it for stacking talents. So Sonya is able to get out that time. Oh, here comes the Cataclysm. Doesn't get a ton of value out of it. Sonya is able to slide out of it. We do have ults coming up, so Lily went Water Dragon, not surprisingly for an ARM. Tychus went with the Odin, and Dahaka went with Isolation. ETC went with a Mosh. Wow, a nice Mosh with Deathwing standing beside it could be really gross. And Rhaegar goes down, Tychus takes him down. Dahaka's finished his stacking quest. D.Va is out of the mech. Oh, looks like Sonya is indeed going to go down, so we're up 9-1 for ReGen Phoenix here. They have the wall, they're working on that fort. Deathwing went Bellowing Roar. So we do have 10s up on the side of Tiny Dancers. They'll be picking them shortly. D.Va took Big Shot, and Hanzo took Dragon's Arrow. Probably a good choice in an ARM. You can cover most of the lane with that. Lily goes down, so they have no heals for a second. And Deathwing, for the first time this match, looks really harassed. And more than harassed, he's going to be back to the Hall of Storms for a little bit. So he's going to have to rethink his plan there. So we're finally getting some damage down on the side of the ReGen Phoenix towers there. They're both, one's a little under half, one's a little over half. So let's put the difference, call it about half health. There comes Arrow sneaking around the bottom. Ready to throw some heals. He's got Water Dragon up if you can isolate someone in there. It goes. Rhaegar, unfortunately, is the recipient of that, but Diva neutralizes a lot of the damage there. Oh, we do have the Mosh. That's a 5-man Mosh if I can count right. Even my caster math can do that. Rhaegar goes down. Hanzo goes down. Nice Lornado to kind of get him out of there. Diva's able to put her defense matrix on, cancel a little bit of damage, but there was a 2 for nothing there. So we saw the Lornado come out. Sonya took Wrath of the Berserker. Rhaegar took Bloodlust. And I think that's all for the heroics. So ReGen Phoenix is back to assaulting that wall a little bit. They're just out of range of Deathwing reaching with his fire. Decker's doing a good job of keeping, making him respect that distance with the triangle there. The Diva's doing a good job of shutting off some damage. Water Dragon comes out. Don't know if it got much value there. I think Laley thought they were going to be able to engage a little bit more aggressively. It just didn't play out that way. So we don't have 13 yet for Tiny Dancers. It'll be coming up very, very shortly. But before it does, I believe the keep wall is going to go down. We still have 1 tower up. We'll see if they can knock it out. Sonya goes in to attack Deathwing. Doesn't get a whole lot of value out of that. He's still got all of his scales, so he's a really, really beefy boy right now. Tiny Dancer's kind of having to fight with under the shadow of their keep here. They do have 13, spot the talents up in case anyone wants to see him. And Lulu working on that wall, I guess to give them another route in. Oh, that's trouble. Rhaegar's in trouble. He is able to get to Wolfform and get out. So we've got someone in the back line. Looks like Sonya in the back line. She's able to... No, she doesn't take Derivo down. Derivo turns on her and says, nope, not today. We did have ETC go down there. I missed that entirely. Sorry, guys. And Derivo looks like he might have to pay for that kill, but no, he doesn't. Deathwing puts Rhaegar down, and Diva's going to have to sprint away. So we've got a 4v3 here, although Sonya will be up very, very soon. And we've got 5v4. Rhaegar will be up quickly. That keeps taking just a little bit of damage. So I think ReGen Phoenix is just going to have to fight on this side of the map and wear it down. They'll be 20 before Tiny Dancers at this rate. So Diva throws the mech in, so they'll have to watch that circle there. Most everyone gets out of it. Sonya could be in trouble in the back. She's stunned. I think she might make it out, although fire's going to make it hard. Somehow she threads the needle for now. And wow, nice heals there. Nice heals, Deckard. Although Deckard's in the Odin circle, he's got to be careful there. And he's very, very low. Diva's low. I think Deckard, he's too low. He went past 0, so he's down. Tights finishes quest. Although Sonya is being a beast in the backline there. She got some damage but wasn't able to actually put anyone in the ground. So that keep, it looks like they might be able to get that keep. They do have 5v3 here. And they're going to finish the keep, and I don't know if they'll be able to finish the game or not. Sonya goes in to try and defend, but she goes down and Diva goes down with her. Misery loves company. Hanzo goes down as well, so that's a 5v1. It's just Deckard by himself, and I don't think Deckard is going to do it. The GGs go out. The core is down to 81% and falling rapidly down to 67. And I think this game is over. I don't think there's anything they can do about it at this point. And we did have kills. We have 18-4, 22. So if you took the under, you won. We do have all the members of Tiny Dancers coming out for one last defense, but unless they can get Deathwing to vacate his position, this core is going to go down. Well, they do kill Deathwing. 3% left on the core. Wow, nice defense. That was a lot closer at the end than I thought it was going to be. Wow. So, let's head over to the score sheet here. And the one cool thing I get to do as a caster, it's not official until I do this. Now it's official. They are up 1-0. So what did you guys think, chat? Was that everything you you expected and more? Were you not entertained? Looks like Punk was entertained. So let's go back and review the stats here again real quick. So certified damage, Derivo, wow, 9 kills, 18 takedowns, 0 deaths. How do you get 0 deaths in an ARAM? I have no idea. He's better at it than I am. So 71k, so he's a good 10k damage above everyone else. The rest of the damage pretty split. So they've got 2 blue at the top, but then 2 red. After that, Lily is 5th in damage, so I'd like to see a good Lily come out and put the hurt on some people. Although she did keep her end up on healing too. She almost out-healed Deckard. So it's a good game all the way around. And the teams are not messing around. They are ready to take us to the next map. So we're going to Silver City. Let me join the lobby here. And the teams are ready. So still waiting on someone here. No rush, not like I got anywhere to go this week. I'll be stuck at home all week. Is anyone out there stuck at home? It's a good time to play HOTS. Then again, when is there not a good time to play HOTS? Morning, evening, noon, lunchtime, supper time, breakfast time. It's always good for HOTS. And you can have spam in any of those meals too. This cast brought to you by Spam. If you don't like it, you can use it to catch fish. My dad and I used to use it as a bait when we went fishing for catfish. Okay, so the teams are getting ready to start the match.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
Wonder if we'll see anything different in the draft. See if anyone gets Deathwing. That might be interesting. So chat, what's your favorite thing to make with Spam? Just is it like a Spam sandwich, or do you fry it up, or do you have like an old family recipe for a Spam stuffed turkey? I'm looking at that picture there. That Spam with tomatoes and onions on it looks almost like a burger until you realize that's a big square chunk of Spam and not a hamburger. Then it becomes less appetizing, but may not be good to eat, but it's a good match. Teams are picking their heroes here. And here we go. Let's get into the game.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
Alright, so for the blue team we have Arrow on Gul'dan. He's not healing this time. We have Lulu. She'll be healing on Anduin. Recitic on Nazeebo. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. I gotta figure out how to say that. Deribo on Anubarak and Rabid Penguin on Sonya. So that's the blue team. ReGen Phoenix. On the red side we have Liddell and Lunar, Feldroth on Lucio, HG Silver AG on Malthiel, Materium on Lunar, and Elijah on Stitches. So let's head to the mid lane and see what happens, everyone. Want to see a good game? No blows. Nice clean fight. So I predicted a little better outcome for Tiny Dancers here. I just think they've got more damage output. Stitches is going to be really effective here. Although he's a little bit low, he has to walk back a little bit. Throws out the hook, gets a minion for his trouble. Lunar is going to be throwing out massive amounts of damage. We've got poison. Wow, we've got poison from Lunar, poison from Nazeebo, the poison from Gul'dan. Arrow's got to head back a little bit. He's going to be able to drain life on someone to get healthy. Nope, he does throw his Fell Flame out there. Stitches, hooks, misses. Both teams have got some low members here. Whoever's going to head back to the well. As far as stacks, we've got Pursuit of Flame on Gul'dan. He's halfway done. Nazeebo went Thing of the Deep. That's you don't see that very often in ranked play, but here I think it's probably going to get a lot of value. Derivo gets hooked, but he's able to burrow out. So no harm, no foul there. So far, it looks like the red nameplates are staying a lot healthier than the blue nameplates. So Tiny Dancer's doing a good job. Stitch, I think it's just going to throw the hook on cooldown and try and pull somebody. He missed the last two, but you hit like 1 out of 4 or 5, you're still going to look really, really good. And you've got your damage right next to you. It's not like you have to worry about someone following up. So Lucio took Party Mix, so he's got that almost done because everyone's been clumped up for the entire game. And Stitches went Savor the Flavor, so he'll be trying to devour. Derivo came in to try and deny them that camp, and he goes down for his trouble. And we have 2 down for ReGen Phoenix, and the camp was taken by Tiny Dancers. Rabbit Penguin is very, very low. He goes down, so that's a 3-0. And so we have a total of 4 kills for Tiny Dancers. Evidently, they're angry after that last game, and they want blood. And they're getting cheeky and invading this camp here. Derivo is in there trying to defend. He's a little bit alone. He's going to have to burrow out for safety there. And Malthiel hits him, but he gets a timely heal there. In the meantime, the camp does go to Tiny Dancers. That camp will probably be cleared up. I don't think they're going to... it's actually going to hit the wall. But it's one more thing that ReGen has to deal with. Sonya getting chased. Oh, Lucio with a really, really nice boop to push Sonya back, and leads to a takedown. So we're 5-0. And we do have 7s up for Tiny Dancers. They're still a full level away for ReGen. Stitch with the hook onto Gazebo. He throws the zombie wall, kind of a get out zombie wall there. Zoned him. So kept him alive. Gul'dan chunking out a lot of damage. I've got to believe that as he scales up and gets stronger, that's going to be harder and harder to deal with. So Stitches pulls Gazebo, and Gazebo does throw the zombie wall down, but unfortunately, Stitches wasn't trapped in there with Gazebo. Gazebo is trapped in there with Stitches, and Gazebo goes down. Elijah throwing those hooks out willy-nilly. Bagged himself a Gazebo here a moment ago. So the fight's been mostly on the blue side of the map. It's kind of a flip of the game that we had last. So it looks like we're going to go to a third game if this plays out, but it's still early. It's still very, very, very early. Everything can flip at 10. Derivo with a really, really nice charge. Sonya's able to finish Lucio off. He's looking for Lunara. Has to respect that poison and back up. He's getting some nice stuns in. Sonya gets a little stuck in the Gazebo wall, but she's able to spin out of that, and she takes Malthiel down. Gets on Stitches, realizes he probably needs to back up a little bit, so she does. You have a noob sneaking that globe top there. That looks like he's going to paint the globes blue here. We have 10s coming up for Tiny Dancers. They'll have a window where they have 10. Stitches gets the gets this hook onto Anduin. Derivo is very, very low. I think he's going to make it out. He does, but Malthiel does not make it out, and Stitches is also down. So we have 5v3 for ReGen Phoenix right now, and with that XP, that kind of evened it up. In fact, ReGen Phoenix took a little bit of a lead there. So let's see what we have for talent. So we took Horrify. That could be really nasty in the small confines here of this map. Anduin took Holy Word Salvation, Gargantuan, Locust Swarm, and Leap. And we got a little fight breaking out. We'll get to the other talents here in a moment. Derivo, very, very low. Seems to be able to burn. No, he burrows in for the kill. Wow, very brave, but it paid off. Paid off for a moment. He got to Lunar, but he paid for it with his life. But with the damage that Lunar's throwing out, that's probably a good trade. Anduin throws the Holy Word Salvation to get his team healthy, but I don't think it's going to get everyone out. So no, Sonya does not get out. So we have Thornwood Vine, Sound Barrier, Last Rites with 1 stack so far, Leaping Strike, and Gorge. That's why we're seeing so much Lunara damage. We got 2 Lunaras. I thought I was seeing things for a moment there. So one took Leaping Strike, one did not. Lucio keeping everyone nice and healthy there. So ReGen Phoenix has managed to flip the map a little bit though. The wall's down and they have one of the towers almost down. Well, 13 for Tiny Dancers before we have 13 for ReGen Phoenix, so we'll see if they can do anything in that little window there. In the meantime, they're just, I think, looking for a pick so that they can push the blue team back and start getting some damage onto that wall. This was looking pretty one-sided earlier, but we still have Tiny Dancers up 8-5 in kills, but ReGen Phoenix is kind of evening things out. Let's see, let's look at Nazebo's stats. Oh, Stitch is in trouble. He gets feared. Yeah, that fear was definitely trouble. One of the Lunaris goes down. The other one is going to go down, so they'll have to talk that one over in the locker room. Stitches also goes down too. So Nazebo, only 63 stacks. I don't think he's going to be stacked by 20. I just don't think this is a game where it's going to be easy for him to generate those stacks. So you don't have to worry about him going to 20 and just taking over the game. But ReGen Phoenix is kind of taking over that fort. And it goes down. Gul'dan just throwing out a ton of damage there. Lucio had to back up and respect it, but uh-oh. Derivo's down. Does he have his burrow? And he does. He's able to burrow, but doesn't quite make it to the wall. And we get a stack from last right, and Anub'arak goes down. Sonya in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, she gets pulled back by Stitches. Now she's in a whole lot of trouble. She's dead. So we'll see. Are they? Looks like they might be looking at this camp. Maybe not. Gul'dan's making him respect that damage there. He's kind of zoning out that camp. He does get. I think he got hooked back, but he's able to get out. Lucio throwing out a ton of heals here. Oh, Stitches is in trouble. Oh, and he's feared. He's feared into the back line. However, Lucio, with a nice heal there, gets everyone shielded up and gets them out, so they're actually all able to come out. Malthiel's a little deep, but he's able to heal himself up, and he does get the stack with last rites, and wow, he's going to walk away. I kind of had him dead there for a second, but Sonya tries to get him, but nice Wraith strike right in on top of Sonya. We do have everyone trapped in the zombie wall, but Lucio's here to save the day, so yeah, Lucio's just really racking up the heals. There's 16s. We'll throw the talents up if anyone's interested. So we have an even talents here, even levels. We do have a 5v4 for Tiny Dancers. They're going to try and press it here. So they finally gotten that wall taken down. So much damage coming out from Gul'dan, so they have to back up a little bit. That's been kind of keeping them at bay a little bit this entire game. So the Tiny Dancers did have the advantage in kills, but they just haven't been able to really press things. I think, yeah, and Gul'dan hasn't died once, so he's always back there. ReGen Phoenix moving into the camp. Stitches does pull Sonya out, and I believe gorge Sonya, so I don't know where he's going to go. He might have a little bit of indigestion with that one. And Malthiel goes down, Lucio goes down. A noob, very low, but that shield has just been keeping them alive most of the game. So now you've got 5v3 for ReGen Phoenix. And the fort's dead, so now we're finally going to see a little more action on the wall here earlier. Hopefully a noob doesn't get trapped there again. So Holy Road Salvation bringing everyone up and healthy. The Stitch is going to... he doesn't have gorged up, so they don't have to respect him quite as much as they will in 21 seconds. So we do have both of the towers down now. We got the Lunara twins throwing out the poison. So ReGen Phoenix has to kind of get back and regroup. Lucio getting everyone healthy. Arrow finally goes down with Gul'dan for the first time. Sonya goes down. So now we have 5v3 for Tiny Dancers, so let's see what they can do. I'd like to see them be really aggressive here if they can. see if they can get something done. The rest timers are starting to be long enough that you got to actually respect them. Earlier on in the area, they're just so low, everyone comes back so quickly. Stitches gets to Zebo, he's kidnapped him, and same thing as before. Zebo was trapped in there with him. So Nazebo goes down, so he's not going to be back for another 30 seconds. This fort should go down. And we still got 5v4. Sonya's coming back to the fight. The fort's taking a while to drop, but it finally does. So we do have 20 on the side of Tiny Dancers. So they 20 will be up very, very soon for ReGen Phoenix, but they're down a member and a talent tier. I'd like to see them really, really press this advantage if they can get in there, but ReGen's been doing a good job of kind of getting them out of there. The Gul'dan damage and the Sonya spin to win is it's been really, really hard for Tiny Dancers to just get in there and really get their job done. Most of the damage has come from the Lunaris kind of hanging out at range. So let's look at the numbers. Yeah, mostly from the Lunaris. Oh, we have 20s for ReGen Phoenix, so Demonic Circle, Desperate Prayer, Humongoid, so we had the big version of the Gargantuan. Lucio with the big shield, keeping everyone nice and healthy. Deribo is really, really low with the noob. One of the Lunaris gets a nice leaping strikeout, but isn't able to finish. Everyone for Tiny Dancers is really, really healthy here. We do have Sonya and Gul'dan was a little bit low, but they're kind of healed up now, so. Sonya jumps in. Uh-oh, that last right hits her, and she goes down. I believe she got a stack off of that. Looks like a Nubarak. The Beatles are not going to save him here. And that is a 5-man team wipe. So they're killing the Humongoid. I don't know why we're killing that. Just let it go, and let's go see if we can get that keep down. They've got 20 seconds before anyone is up. So they should be able to finish the keep. I don't know if they can end the game, but they might be able to put a hurt on that core. So Sonya's up in 5 seconds. The longest res timer's Anduin. He's up in 10 now. So we go to the core. That Lunara poison is no joke here, folks. 80%. Anubarak with a really, really nice charge. Is he going to kill Lucio? He does. He's able to chase him down. And he dives back into the Holy Word Salvation just in time to avoid the last right. So now we have a 5v3 for ReGen Phoenix. And they're coming out. Stitches trying to escape, smashing with the cleaver. Nazebo finally gets him with a zombie wall, and he wasn't trapped inside there. So Deribo being very, very aggressive. The Beatles will do that for you. Oh, he dies, but he takes Lunara down. I think that was a good trade. I don't think anyone on this team is upset with that trade. So now we have a 5-man team wipe for ReGen Phoenix. That keep is still up, so they should be able to get the keep fairly easily. I don't know if they're going to be able to get much damage on the core. They do have 4 members up. So let's see how much they commit to this. So Sonya's going in. Gul'dan hanging out behind her. Throwing the Fell Flames. And Lucio's coming out. I think they're kind of worried about something getting moved backward like happened there. Anduin with a very, very nice save there. That was super, super clutch. I think he kept Sonya alive there. So we got 5v5. Teams are on, they're pretty much even on XP. We'll have 23 coming up for ReGen Phoenix here. They're both taking their camp. The cores are at a similar health here, so I think the next big team fight should probably do it. My guess is we'll see everyone playing maybe a little tentatively. Nobody wants to make that mistake that cost their team the game here. There's no money on the line here, but there's sure a lot of pride on the line. You do not want to be the one that loses this game. It's time to be the hero or the GOAT. And everybody wants to be the hero. Stitches misses the hook on Anubarak. Gets stabbed in the butt for his troubles there with the spikes. This is with the pull on a noob. I don't know if that's the guy that you wanna pull back though. Although Lucio does save him with he gets a nice shield to heal. Sonya is in trouble. She pops out, but she's spinning all over the place. I don't think Stitches is gonna make it home. Wow, maybe he is. No, he doesn't. Sonya's able to put him down, and we have Malthael. We have one of the Lunar is very, very low and off to the left, so she's gonna have to somehow find a way to get back to safety. I don't know if she's going to make it either. They're kind of letting her, they let her go for a little bit, but no, Sonya's on the case now. Did they not realize where she is? Nope. Manubrak found him. Ooh, nice leaping strike to escape, but Arrow says, nope, don't punk my boy Revo like that.
Red team's core is under attack.
And in the meantime, so we do have 5v2 rather, on the core. Now it's 4v3. Core is going down. We're at 30%. I don't think there's anything that they can do. 15%. Malthael does get one more notch on the score sheet there. So what do we have for kills there? 42 if my math is correct. So that was that game was a little bit more intense kill wise. Alright, so let's head over to the summary and let's take a look at the stats. So Nazebo, what did he get to stack-wise? Oh, I don't get to see the stacks. Nuts. I should have paid attention to him. So did he get 20? I don't know. I mean, did he get enough for the level 20? He didn't take it. He took Humongoid anyway, so I don't think it mattered. So we have the Lunars. They were two of the 4 top damage, but Nazebo was wow. A lot of damage. Got some good zombie walls. Got pinned into him with Stitches a couple times. So, we had a good game, and that is going to take us over to... Let's head over here and make it official. So that is a 2-0. And we'll see if I can get someone in here for an interview. I don't know if they'll want to do that or not. So hopefully you guys were all entertained. I know I was. Give me just a second here, trying to round up one of these guys. See if they want an interview. So with the 2-0 domination, that will give ReGen Phoenix 3 points in the standings and Tiny Dancers with none. So they'll have to see if they can get some points in their next matchup. Okay, it looks like Arrow's going to be in here, so let me jump into one of the caster lobbies.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, Arrow. Sorry about that. I'm not very good with my mouse.
No worries, no worries.
All right, so congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
So what's the feeling in the locker room like? You guys feeling it? Pretty good, pretty good?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a tense back and forth, but it was enjoyable. I didn't really know what to expect going into, let's call it organized brawl, but it was unique and fun.
So let's talk about organized brawl because I'm not a big ARAM guy because I'm bad at it. So is there any strategy at all when you guys are picking other than you look at the 5 and go, okay, we can get a tank and we can get a healer and then everyone just play their best hero? Do you actually do you worry about heroes that are going to fit well with each other, or does everyone just go, this is the thing that I play best and I'm gonna do that the best? How does that work?
I mean, I think it depends on your team for sure. I think that a lot of teams are likely to start off with what do we play well. from these available options. And then, aside from that, yeah, okay, so if I have two options and I know that this one is better for the group than that one, then, then there's a couple of seconds of maybe slight adjustments. But I think for the most part, it's what are you comfortable on that fits within this overall setup?
Well, you guys certainly put together some nice ones. It didn't hurt that you got Deathwing that first game. He was pretty healthy the entire game. I think he died once, maybe if memory serves me correctly. It's just they weren't able to really get a lot of damage at him on him. So if you can point to one thing as like a play of the game or something you guys really enjoyed, what would the if I'm going to make a clip, what do I clip out of that match?
I believe that I'm going to defer the answer to that question to Commissioner Lulu.
Commissioner Lulu, greetings.
Hello. Yeah, there was a moment in game 1 where I was on ETC. We had our tins, and we were in a fight off to the side, and I was like, oh wait, they're all stacked. I can just hit mosh pit. Got a 5-man mosh, and it felt very good.
Yes. I don't know how I forgot, but I forgot about the 5-man mosh. Yeah, I think that's got to be my play of the game as well. It was very nice.
You asked about what does the locker room sound like? That was the most just absolutely insane moment because it was very quiet and calm, and we're just doing whatever, trying to survive the moment. And Lulu's like, oh, I can just mosh, and we're like, okay. And then all of a sudden we see that everybody's in this mosh pit, and it's like, oh. And then I think we only get 1 or 2 kills like in the mosh, but we clean up another 1 or 2 after. And it's just
about the morale boost, dang it.
Oh, it was huge. It was so strong.
Yep, and everyone gets a nice breather. You get that. I believe, did that turn into a 5-man team wipe? I think it did. I think you cleaned up the last one as they were walking away. So then it made my job easier. I didn't have to call the game for 15 or 20 seconds. I just got to go 5-man team wipe, smoke break, smoke if you got them. So thank you. I enjoyed the break. So much damage coming out and people dying all over the place. It was a little hectic. So, okay, before I let you guys go, anyone you want to shout out?
Lulu?
Shout out to Arrow and ReGen Phoenix for letting me come along for this adventure in spam, and shout out to you, Rackham, for casting, and Tiny Dancers. So that was a lot of fun.
It was entertaining too. Arrow, anyone for you?
Yeah, I want to shout out Tiny Dancers as well. We really like them. We played them in this regular season as well. Red, who couldn't be here tonight, on the main squad here. Lulu for being a part of our off-season event team here. And shout out to Lulu and Turd and NGS for putting the whole thing together.
Cool. Well, I think I'll let you guys get back to the celebration then, and throw some champagne around. But throw the champagne around. I have one more shout out. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Go for it.
No. You're fine. My final shout out is to the NGS caster or what was it? The NGS staff caster award recipient Rackham for being a great guy and stepping up and casting this match tonight.
See, so what's going to happen is now everyone's going to think, oh, Rackham wanted to get a shout out, so that's why he asked. I would, just for the record, that's not the way that went down. I'll try and be as humble as I can and accept it and say thank you, and good day, sir.
Have a good night.
All right, see everybody. So that's it for us here in NGS Spam Land. There'll be some more matches coming up. Check the calendar, and we will see you on the flip side. Good luck with your games, everyone.